Welcome to POP, a production of the Aurora University Communication Program. I'm Allison.
And I'm Cody. POP is a program where we take a critical look at some of the significant stories, people, and trends in the world of popular culture.
For this episode, we're going to be looking at some of the most influential and well-known songs in movies, Disney songs.
That's right. Tonight we'll be visited by Jade Strong, and we'll end our show with the POP Top 5.
But first, let's take some time to get to learn about the history of Disney music. For almost 80 years, people of all ages have enjoyed music from Walt Disney films. From When You Wish Upon a Star to The Bare Necessities to You'll Be in My Heart, Disney holds a special place in many hearts. But what most people today don't realize is the fascinating history of this genre of music. When it first started, music in any kind of films was a strange new experience for moviegoers. In 1927, Walt Disney changed all of that with his first short, Mickey Mouse in Steamboat Willie. This became the first animated feature that was released to the general public to incorporate sound, something that was new and exciting to moviegoers of 1927. And right from the start, music played a very important role in Disney animation. Movies after that, including Fantasia, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and Pinocchio, were pivotal in the movie world. These were the first movies to win Oscars in the years that Disney had been making. In the years later, Disney has won 14 Oscars for Best Song, and recently being the song Let It Go from the hit movie Frozen. Beginning with The Lion King in 1997, Disney magic touched for families was felt on Broadway. Disney shows on Broadway have ranged from the company's animated films brought to life to co-productions to original works. Disney has shown itself willing to take artistic chances and garnered respect as a result. The Disney movies that have been on Broadway are The Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Tarzan, The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, and Mary Poppins, and Newsies. And coming soon, The Jungle Book and Frozen. For the music, just like the films, and when it's at its best, it's not just for the kids, but for the inner child in all of us. Walt knew the importance of music. He knew how important it was, and still is. His respect for the art of film has led to much joy for people all over the world. Now that we know a little bit more about the music in Disney movies, let's turn it over to EC and Jade to get to know a little bit more with our pop chat.
Thanks, guys. Right now I'm here with Jade Strong, a sophomore at Aurora University and also a member of the university choir. She's an education major, and she's also an avid fan of Disney films and songs. Jade, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right. So my first question is, so what makes you an avid lover of Disney songs?
It's hard not to be a lover of Disney movies and Disney songs when you've grown up watching movies like Aladdin and Lion King and Mulan. The music is just sort of something that can't even really be separated from the movies. And since I'm in the choir and I do so much singing, having these songs, which are part of these stories that have taken to heart so much, it's great. I love Disney songs, and they're always really, really well done.
Okay. What music in Disney movies affect the overall feeling of the movies?
I think that Disney does a really good job of using the music to complement and make a great base for their stories. Usually, I've noticed that the story and the music will match. Like, for example, Lion King has this rhythm of it, and it has African dialects in it. And recently Frozen, it had a composer that was from the country it took place in. Mm-hmm. Princess and the Frog had a definite New Orleans vibe to all the music. I think that they do a great job with that, with making the music match the story.
Yeah, it has that African American folk music in it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. See, I know my stuff. My other question to you is, what do you get the most out of listening to Disney songs?
And being a singer, I love singing any songs, and being an actress, I love singing any show tunes. But with Disney songs, there's just a wholesomeness about it, though sometimes they will go on the edge. There's truth about it, about kind of the human condition. Plus they're just fun. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just love, there's nobody around, I'll sing Let It Go, I'll sing Princess and the Frog, I'll sing any of them. It's part of my childhood, and it's part of, being a performer.
Yeah, I would sing too, though. But I must tell you that my mom loves to sing Disney songs too, and she always sings them randomly, like by herself. They're weird. Do you think that Disney songs appeal to adults as well as children?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I know there's a quote from Walt Disney that says you can't make movies just for children, you have to just make good movies. And I think that you see that a lot with the music. It's, you know, it's often very powerful. Like you would think it's not all bare necessities and When You Wish Upon a Star. You also have things like God Help the Outcast, which is very, you know, gets to the core of a lot of what we all feel sometimes.
Okay. What's your favorite Disney movie and why?
That's a very impossible question, but if I had to narrow it down, I'd have to say, you know, I have a special place in my heart for Mulan. That was my favorite growing up. I have a special place in my heart for Princess and the Frog. Treasure Planet is one of those ones that nobody's heard of that I love so much. It's got this great father-son almost relationship. It's swashbuckling, it's sci-fi, it's a great tribute to our, to the author of Treasure Island, which is what it's based off of. So it's impossible to pick your favorite Disney movie.
It's like impossible to pick your favorite athlete.
Definitely.
Or anything, or music artist, like for that matter. I mean, yeah, I understand what you're feeling. It's okay. What is the most underrated Disney song?
And there are so many songs in Disney movies, even in the well-known ones, that you just never remember, you never hear about. But I'd say one of my favorite underrated ones are in Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's actually two songs that go back to back, but because there's no break in between them, they're tied together. It's Heaven's Light, which is sung by Quasimodo about love and this pure, uplifting tune. And right after that is the villain song Hellfire, which gets, you know, dark, and it's about lust, which is another one of those instances of Disney not just being for kids. It's one of the darker songs in Disney, but balanced
It's like the most
out.
aggressive.
It's definitely aggressive. But it's as far as villain songs, it's very, very creative, very poignant.
I'm trying to be a good person. I don't want to like get into that. I don't want to say that I am that type of person that likes to be interested in that though. But I mean, when I get angry, I do listen to that.
Definitely.
What do you think about Disney movies on Broadway?
I really like Disney movies on Broadway. I think, you know, I've only seen two of them, Lion King and Beauty and the Beast, but you know, I think that they're not only good for the kids to go and experience the magic of Broadway, but they take the kids' movie and they turn it into something even more beautiful. Like the Lion King in particular is, they incorporate all of these, you know, artistic costumes, and they incorporate this African dance and singing and stuff. It's just a beautiful work, not even tied to Disney, even on its own.
I think my mom saw like The Lion King on Broadway. I'm not too sure though, but I was really, really angry. I was so angry. That was like my favorite Disney movie, just to let you know.
Yeah.
But my last quick question to you. If you had to pick your top 3 Disney songs, what would they be?
I could never even narrow it down to 3. I mean, Hunchback's got beautiful music. Frozen's got really great music. Princess and the Frog has great music. I could never pick 3.
It's not fair how they're treating you. I mean, I don't know who wrote this, but anyways, it was a pleasure meeting you, Jay Strong.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and you should listen to Disney songs later on.
I definitely will.
Back to you guys.
Thanks, EC. It's really interesting to hear about others' point of views. Now it's time for our Pop Top 5, where we count down the top 5 something as decided by our producers and writers. Feel free to agree or disagree with our picks.
Today we have Disney's top songs. These are the songs that have been the most popular over the years.
Coming in at number 5 is the Toy Story classic, You've Got a Friend in Me. This song makes it into the top 5. Not only does the song relate to anyone who's had a doll or a toy that was their best friend, but it's also an Academy Award winning song. Written by Randy Newman, this song first appears in the opening credits of the first Toy Story. It's also found in all 3 of the different Toy Story movies.
The title of the fourth place goes to A Whole New World from the movie Aladdin. This song is the combined telling of the new world Aladdin and Jasmine will experience together on a magic carpet ride. This song was even performed at the 65th Academy Awards and went on to win Best Song.
Our number 3 in the countdown is Can You Feel the Love Tonight from The Lion King. It was written and composed by Elton John and Tim Rice. The song was first heard on the screen when Nala and Simba are alone in the first time since they've been reunited. The song went on to win Academy Awards for the Best Original Song and won a Golden Globe for the Best Original Song.
Coming in at number 2 is Beauty and the Beast from the movie Beauty and the Beast. This song is first heard near the tail end of the movie when Belle and the Beast have their dance after they begin to fall in love with each other. It is sung by Celine Dion and Peebo Bryson. I can't say that name. It is composed by Alan Menken and written by Howard Ashman. It went on to win several awards such as Best Song Written for Visual Media.
Now what we've all been waiting for is the number 1 Disney song, The Circle of Life, also from The Lion King, yet another song composed and written by the pair of Elton John and Tim Rice. It is the opening song from The Lion King and it is an unforgettable one at that. The Circle of Life did not only win as many awards as some of its fellows like Can You Feel the Love Tonight or Hakuna Matata songs, but it stands on its own as far as the best Disney song so far. I think it's really hard to choose just 5
really
Disney
is.
songs
It
because
really is. They're all so great.
there's so many that are awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I think Let It Go from this year is my personal favorite right now,
I've yet
at
to
least.
see that one, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna love
Have
it
you
yet.
heard at least the song?
I've heard the song
okay.
so far.
So it's great. I mean,
Or how about Under the Sea from?
Under the Sea or Kiss the. I like all of them from Little Mermaid.
Yeah, a lot of them are good.
That's great. That's one of the ones
Ursula's.
Yeah.
What's her song called? I'm trying to think.
Poor Unfortunate Souls.
There you go.
Yeah.
That one is a classic Disney villain song.
Yeah. I think
Or-
there's so many, it's just really hard to narrow it down.
Exactly.
Like, Disney has done a really good job of incorporating
Exactly.
music.
That wraps up another episode of Pop. We hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about Disney music.
We'll see you next time.
I like the rock and roll music and I like to dance the cha-cha-cha.